Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your two best men, Ryan and Wayne. Is this thing working, Amy? Okay. Well, first off, it's an honor to stand here today in front of one of my best friends, my brother, and be his best man. The first part of this toast, though, I think would only be appropriate if we take a second to honor both Amy's parents and my parents for bringing us all together today. So if we could just for a second, before we get into the other toast, thank them and give them a round of applause for coming together. And you all know I love you all very much, and you know I wouldn't do anything to embarrass you like the previous that Chad drove me into. But hopefully after this, we're still a family. As many of you probably are aware, Amy is a planner. A very big organizer. I'm sure many of us standing in this room today got the email. 15 pages? Anyone? With all of the itineraries from the time you arrive Thursday evening until the time you leave at some point this week. She has it planned out by the minute where you need to be, stand, act, smile, say hello. What you don't know, though, is that Amy sent me a personal email. And in this email, I had some very specific guidelines, including the speech this evening. Well, I don't think we need to use that. Because thus far, I think I've been pretty good. I showed up on time Thursday night. That's a big win. I got Chad to the wedding on time today. And I even had the rings at the appropriate time at the wedding today. So, outside of that, I thought I'd share something special with you tonight, Amy, because I think where I'm going to take you back to is where Chad first made an impression on my life. And I was the oldest, so I'm the privilege of seeing three of my siblings grow up. And where Chad first came into my life was he was around the age of 3, I was around the age of 8, where he first made the biggest impression. I was 5, up until that point I was the only kid, and you would think that would have its benefits of being, the center of attention, except when you're a bad kid. That's never a good thing. So, up until about 3, when Chad finally started getting into a little bit of trouble, I was the one that was running around the backyard always trying to get away from the wiffle ball bat because I did something ridiculous in the yard. But at age 3, Chad saved me for the first time. And I realized at that point that he was somebody special, and he always would be to me. And I forget what we were doing. We were all out in the yard as a family, as we always would on a Saturday afternoon, doing yard work. I think we were putting down mulch out front. Somehow I got my hands on the hedge clippers, and I started going at the bushes on the side of the house. And by the time I got done, they really looked like cute little animals. But my mom and my dad were not very happy, so they started chasing me around the house, and Chad was left in the front yard putting mulch out. 3. I somehow found a way to elude the parents long enough that it clicked. Uh-oh, where's Chad? And it was at that point we found Chad with a mouthful of mulch. So for me, the most special time of my life was when he first saved me. And it was from that point on that I was no longer the one that was going to be in trouble forever. I had a sidekick in partnership that was going to follow me for the rest of my life. And it was because of the mulch. So Amy, for you this evening, I bring you a little mulch. Because this is the most special person in my life, and that's what brought him to me. And now he is the most special person in your life. And I couldn't have thought of a better bride for him. And I truly wish you both the best forever. So for my toast, before I pass it to Ryan to bring up the end, no pun intended, to Amy, to Chad, to great health, lots of wealth, happiness, and love forever. Thank you. Now a little guy.
All right, well, thank you. And like I said, like my older brother said, I am the youngest of 3 brothers. So really don't have a lot to say. All I know is Chad's been there through thick and thin, and Amy, you've been there also. One thing, you know, Chad has shown through me, and also through my other brother, is that family definitely does come first, and that we definitely welcome Amy into our family, and we're welcome to being part of Amy's family. So in keeping it brief, and I know you guys are pretty hungry, I want to raise our glasses, give a toast. Like I said earlier before, Amy, you found yourself a great husband. Chad, you found yourself a great wife. Everybody please toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Chadson.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Please, big round of applause for both best men. They did a fantastic job to start things off. Thank you very much for standing. You may all take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one small request. Please remain seated until the great